Hey, everyone. This is your host, Ivy, with Beyond the Niche. And I want to say sorry, everybody. I had to get in the groove of this show. Y'all know I wasn't fully committed and kind of playing with the idea that did I want to do podcast or not? Well, I've made the commitment. Let me tell you why. Y'all know I love a good story. Because my granddaughter, Kai, who is my little love bug, she went to an event with me to see Wicked live, courtesy of the North Dallas Gazette. And she was the one a phenomenal job. Maybe their little mini correspondent and follow in her grandmother's. So be a little news person. So I said, you know what? Let me get serious about my podcast and let me get serious about doing something that I've done since the age of 19 when I started at the TSU, I believe it was the Herald, Texas Southern University, where I was a writer and then campus editor for the time that I was there, and started a wonderful media career at the age of 19. So I'm officially Montanna. I'm officially back, girl, as a podcaster on the After Party, y'all. I always said that if I do podcasting, it will be with my girl Montanna, because I wasn't going to do it alone. I do have microphones, I have lighting, but I'm going to do it with the best, y'all. Montanna is the best. You better recognize. If she came back, your girl came back. All right, so yay to me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm back, and I'm serious about Beyond the Niche. And for those who may be listening, because I know my audience count is low because your girl was hella inconsistent, I'm only going to do this twice a month on Sundays at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's what I've committed to. And maybe it's going to be second and fourth Sundays. You know, I may do some adjustment depending on holidays and availability. I don't bind people to like my schedules, right? So I know most people celebrate, the man-made holidays. I do not. I celebrate different holidays that are actually, where you can find and know about them. So they'll if they adjust, I will give advance notice. You know what I'm saying? So as we grow together, y'all, I'm excited for finally putting some roots down, okay, for Beyond the Niche, okay, podcast. Anyways, Montanna will always be my voice in the sky, okay?
Hey, y'all, hey.
That's, she's what do you call Howard Stern, the lady that's in the voice in the sky.
Robin,
yes.
Robin, I'm your Robin.
She's my Robin. Yes. We make an amazing team. We have great history, and over the course of the show, you'll hear some stories about me and Montanna. I think we're like at 15 years now, I think.
Yeah, something like that. I was gonna say, when you did your intro and you was talking about how your granddaughter, who is how old?
5.
How we can learn from the kids.
We can learn from the kids.
We can learn from the kids.
We learn from the babies.
I'm not gonna judge.
Okay, you know what? No.
I was gonna say a judging comment.
Judge, I love a good judgment.
I'm not gonna judge. Thank you, Kai.
Thank you.
Because like I said, sometimes we can learn from the kids.
We can learn from the kids because yes, there's been a couple of times Montanna has wanted me to push me off this 4th floor window, baby, because I have set her blood pressure. Let me tell you, first of all, I invested in this show probably a month and a half before she made me come in and start the show.
Because
and
who does that?
Right, because who does that? And I said, girl, use it as an investment, a donation. She was like, absolutely not. Okay,
but that wasn't,
and save yourself some blues.
Yeah,
she's been my biggest cheerleader though. Montana has been always has been my biggest cheerleader in every endeavor. We've kind of like been each other's biggest support and cheerleaders. So it's good to have somebody on your team, which brings me to my topic today, accountability, right?
Hit that bell, girl.
Listen, accountability is one of those words. Y'all see the memes, y'all see the videos. How accountability is not a word that we as women tend to say.
That who?
We as women tend to say.
So you know what? It's funny that you just said that because I get so sick of hearing that from the men that women lack accountability, and I feel like isn't it the other way around? But it's funny that
I am a woman that's saying it because I am around a few women,
okay,
right, who lack accountability.
In what area?
Is in their personal decision making.
Okay.
So that's where this topic came from, right? It's the if he didn't, if they didn't. Oh, sorry. I told you she's my voice in the sky.
Yeah.
If he didn't, if they didn't, if you know what I'm saying? And so it really frustrates me how we can fail to internalize the things that we do in situations. And don't tell me about, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't about a man at all. Men have their own reasons for why they feel women are not accountable, and men have their own lack of accountability issues too, right? But I'm a woman, so I can only speak about some of the things that I've done and some of the women that I have been around and some of the things that I've seen that makes me say, okay, sis, now what role did you play in that, right? So that's today's show topic. But as I have previously started, the grind your gears, right? To know from a nod to Peter Griffin from Family Guy. What grinds my gears? No, what has really upset me is the refusal for people to understand our role as Black people in this country and always begging for a seat at the table, right? When we literally have the trees, we have the nails, we have the screws, we have the tools, we have the resources and the understanding on how to build our own table, but we're constantly begging for a seat at other people's tables. This came from the double verdict, right? The first verdict being the not guilty of the Asian man chasing and shooting down the young Black boy. And then the young boy who self-defended himself against the white bully guys, right? And everybody is just outraged. And while these communities have viciously and vehemently showed their teeth and said, y'all need us. Y'all trash. We don't like y'all. We hate y'all. Y'all monkeys. Y'all this, y'all that. And just so much hate. And so what grinds my gears is how I'm seeing so much chatter on social media of devastations from Black people, devastation that Black people are having. And why do they hate us when they have systematically shown us for years that they hate us, right? Like, at what point do we say, bet? You know what I'm saying? Bet and mean it with a bet, and mean it. That's the thing. When do we mean it? When do we understand that it's okay to separate and be cool with that? You know what I'm saying? They are constantly stripping our rights and stripping away some of our earned citizenship, earned whatever. And we're constantly taken to social media, having these think pieces of how to get along and how to reach across their tables that they built for themselves and their communities. Meanwhile, we have so much resources in our communities. We've proven that time and time again with all the towns and all of the success that we've had in our communities, but yet we're always looking for opportunities outside of ourselves. And so that's what really kind of ticked me off, right? Because my youngest son, Nick, he was just so frustrated, like, oh, I can't believe this. And I'm like, really? Like, I've always taught you that. Like, I've always taught you that we're better together than separate. But that's what grind my gears. Montanna, what about you? What kind of had you in a funk? Like, ugh, sick of this.
Well, definitely the verdict for Carmela Anthony, that definitely grounded my gears. More so the aftermath of it. I'm gonna be honest, I was not surprised that he was found guilty. I did think they were going to find him guilty of manslaughter because it was obvious he did not go there to harm anybody.
Right.
And you know, so but when I saw that there was an all-white jury, I knew
Instantly.
this was not gonna go the way that we had hoped for it to go for him, because we wanted him to be able to have some sort of life still.
Yeah.
Okay. But what really did it for me was the videos of Jeff Metcalf,
The dad.
the dad. You know, showing his true colors.
He's always shown his true colors throughout this whole, but he really, really let loose. And I think that any judge or any lawyer in their weight and gold can use that for an appeal, right? We need to get a lawyer, lawyer in here. You know what I'm saying? To really kind of go over that.
And then I want to understand the lawyer part, because there are some questions about how he ended up with a white attorney in the first place.
I believe it's his parents looking still for a white savior.
I don't want to like call out anybody, but they're calling out a community leader here in Dallas that they're saying convinced his parents to do that.
Again,
Which
the white
again
savior
makes no sense to me.
Again, the white savior mentality.
This lawyer objected to nothing.
Oh,
yeah, and so
yeah,
that grounded my gears.
Exactly. So that's what.
And Ivy, one more thing that grounds my
what we
gears,
got, girl, because I love it. Because your life is way more interesting than mine.
I have road rage.
Oh, I could have told you that, Montana. You just have rage.
And what grinds my gears is people that don't know how to damn drive.
Girl.
Like, I mean, most places now, most freeways are now 70.
Yes.
Why are you in the fast lane
going 50?
Okay. Okay, exactly.
You going 1990 speed. I'm going to need you to speed up, though. Girl, I made a turnaround trip out of town yesterday.
Oh, where you go?
To Louisiana.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, I turned my car into a plane. Not gonna lie. Right? I was a mini jet on the highway. Okay. Not gonna lie. And when I tell you, there were so many times that I had to slow down, like emergency brake.
Okay.
Because somebody decided to swoop in my lane. Like,
while you're going, like you're going at a good rate, they can see that you're going, and then they just getting in your lane.
Baby.
Why, hit that bell, girl. Why do they do that?
Hitting it,
grinds
you hear me?
My gears
to the nub. Okay, so y'all leave us a comment and tell us what ground your gears. You know what I'm saying, for this week. You know, this past week. Let us know. Let's talk about it, because honey, I'm over 45, and there are so many things that irritate me now. And I get it when people say when you hit your 40s, yeah, you ain't with it no more. You ain't with this dumb stuff no more. All right, so let's cut into our book club. Booked on Facebook. You can find us b.o.k. Hold on, let me spell book. b.o.k.e.d. Okay, booked. We're on Facebook, y'all, and y'all can request to join. Yes. So Montana. If y'all don't know, I roped her into my Let's Read Together, and she has been down like 4 flat tires. Girl, tell me what you reading.
Well, right now I'm reading Creed.
Okay.
And before Creed, the last book I read was for our book club, which is A Sky Full of Elephants, and I need to do my review on it on our page.
Yes.
But yeah, so I did Sky Full of Elephants and then Creed.
Okay. Yes. So Creed. Look, we need to get better with figuring out who these authors are.
I need to get better with keeping up with the books that I've read, because I can only remember Sky Full of Elephants and Creed, but I know I read another book or two in between.
You did Coda. And In Love with an Ugly Dude or something like that.
I tried it and I couldn't.
You didn't? Okay, so I'm not gonna follow through.
Okay,
I'm not gonna follow through. Yeah. because she has DNF, did not finish some books that I've recommended to. So
Yeah.
if she says no, and you know what I'm saying, I'll follow through because
I
she
don't
gave
know
me a
what
good
the
one.
book was that me and you both like. What was that book? And we read the whole series.
Oh, Confessions of a Housewife, Hustler's Housemaid.
Housekeeper
By
or something.
Jaquel J.
Yeah.
You know, that
Okay.
was actually good. She
No,
couldn't finish
that
it
was
up
good.
at the third book. She took it too long.
It was
maybe
a
the
4
second,
series.
honestly. She
It
could
was
have
a
wrapped it
4
up.
series book. She definitely could have wrapped it up in the third book. But okay, here's the thing with me.
Uh-huh.
So the first 2 books, I mean, we agreed, like, they kept us going. Okay, I like those kind of books, and it's like another book, I can't think of the title, that I kind of read that I felt like books that I feel like are like a little bit relatable.
Yeah.
They don't, they could be a little far-fetched, but not a lot.
Right.
I really can get into those. I really like, because I can find a friend, a cousin, or somebody in those books.
And she definitely had, like, I did not like the main character until I read her story. I was like, oh, sis, like, you're an alcoholic pushover. I get it. I'm sorry that I judged you so fast.
Even Gia's character, like, I know a Gia.
Everybody knows a Gia. Like,
You know what
Gia,
I'm
like,
saying?
girl, is so selfish.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm reading. Jesus, what am I reading?
That's what I'm saying. So
What
many
am I
books,
reading?
and I don't know what you're reading. You're
I
reading
just
Riot.
told you. No, I finished Riot. So Creed, Riot, Canon. There's actually a pretty decent series. I don't remember the author's name, and we're gonna get better at that, right? And I'm reading because I'm listening to it right now. God, y'all. I'm sorry. My youngest son is calling me back to back. Let me see. I'm checking my phone to see what I'm reading. Give me a second. Sorry. Treacherous Twins. I'm on Justice's part. That's book 2. All right. So it's not that bad. The Treacherous Twins, I don't know why they're called treacherous. I think you said this before. And because they're actually not bad guys. Okay, so that's what I'm on, and just to let y'all know,
are they like biker gang? Are they? Because
No.
you like these biker dudes. For
I
some
do that be
reason.
shooting up highways. I ain't gonna
You
joke.
like
Let me tell
the
you.
biker dudes. I don't
like
know,
a-
Ivy.
I like a good assassin finds love, y'all. I can't get with the drug dealer finding love because I don't think that's true at all.
Okay.
But give me a good assassin murderer dude finding love. Don't ask me why. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my jam. You know what I'm saying? Because he's
Okay.
scared to lose his family, so he gonna love a little different. You know what I'm saying? And he gonna wipe out a whole community. So
Okay.
I'm a little strange like that, y'all. Forgive me. So yeah, so that's what we do. We compare our books, we text, we call, we all in it, all in it, all times of the day. Girl, what are you reading? I'm reading this. All right, let me check it out.
I know it's a really good book when you call.
Okay. Yes.
If you call it, it must be a good book. That's what I say to myself.
Oh.
It must be a good book. 'Cause
And if she
called.
sends me a text late at night,
yeah,
I know it's
2,
a good
3
book.
in the morning,
2,
you
3 in the
be-
morning,
yeah.
I wake up to text message like, girl, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
and I still hate. Girl, I'm always say this. I love BB Reed down. You hear me?
Okay.
I love BB Reed down, but BB, Crucible and Crucilix.
Oh Lord, here you go.
If I can delete them, cause I bought them for you.
Delete them. Yeah.
That was traumatizing. Anyways, all right.
Oh, one more thing. Can
What's
I
up?
shout out to the people on Book Talk that always keeps us updated on the free reads?
love y'all.
Thank you.
We love y'all. I don't know who y'all are. All I do, I copy y'all link and I send them to Montanna, and Montana gonna find a good free read.
Yeah,
Okay,
okay,
and then
yeah.
I'm gonna go back and be like, girl, you want to get this book, and it's added to the library.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I do want to tell y'all, go get y'all library card so y'all can get all these free apps and read
Yeah.
some of this stuff for free, because that's how we also do it. We read free and then we'll go ahead and purchase it. You know, use Kindle Unlimited, Spotify. Girl, let me see. Did I say Kindle Unlimited? Audible, Hoopla, Libby, Coda, all of those things. You know, it starts with your library card. So, back in today's topic, accountability in women. Why is it hard for some, not all, some? So if this doesn't fit you, don't you go in these comments starting nothing. Don't you even go in these comments defending a woman that you know personally or overall who lacks accountability, okay? So, I was talking to somebody here recently, a couple of people here recently, and one of the young ladies that I was talking to who left my gaskets flabbered, okay? Montanna, she left my mouth open, girl. When she said, and forgive me for telling the story, young lady, but I have to. She said that her friend slept with her man. Both of them got a baby by the same dude, and they were friends. She said that this girl is her friend. Again. I said, baby, if you saw a snake, would you run? Yes.
Okay, wait a minute. What happened?
Montanna, she said that she was friends with this young lady. Okay? The young lady being her friend. Okay, girl A had a boyfriend.
Okay.
Girl A and girl B were best friends. Girl B slept with best friends.
Is this a book?
No, baby, this is real life.
This is real life. Okay.
Slept with girl A,
Boyfriend.
and they both got a baby for the same man. Girl A said, well, it wasn't really her fault. I stopped listening. I don't know the reason why she felt that way. She was mad. Then she decided, well, our kids need to get along. So now we're friends again, or working our way up to be friends again. Lack of accountability, because girl B started dating girl's a new boyfriend friend. Girl A and girl B are trying to repair their friendship for the babies. Girl B beat up best friend, new boyfriend's friend, best friend. They're friends, best friend, kind of like brothers, and broke his eye socket to where he's visually stunted down. Girl B would not take accountability. Girl B said, well, he made me mad. She doesn't want to take accountability because he wasn't cleaning. And he refused to defend himself.
I don't know. Maybe I lack accountability because I'm over here thinking.
So if he would have mollywopped her and drug her across the state of Texas for damaging his eyesight, because he's not an abusive guy. He's the kind of guy that'll be like, you got that. You got it. He ain't gonna fight you. He ain't gonna argue with you. He's a gentle giant. So accountability in that is that she said she don't see nothing wrong with what she did, even though she left him visually impaired in one eye. She will not take accountability. He made me mad.
See, I kind of believe sometimes
See why the conversation is good today? No. Let's go, Montanna. Let me hear.
Sometimes I do believe in, get what you get and don't throw a fit, because some situations we put ourselves in that we really could have prevented.
Okay.
Because you had no business dibbling and dabbling with girl B anyway. Had you not been dibbling and dabbling with her, then you wouldn't got hit in the eye. So, like,
imagine this is not baby daddy. Baby daddy ain't even in the picture. Shared baby daddy, he's not even in the picture. This is a new guy. Completely new guy.
That's still attached to girl A?
No, not attached to girl A in no sense of fashion.
Oh, okay.
He's
so
attached
this is
to new boyfriend.
Okay. Why did she hit him in the eye?
She said because she was mad. He wasn't keeping the house clean, and he has multiple baby mamas. And
this dude that don't have nothing to do with her.
Right.
Okay.
So girl B. Okay. So new boyfriend and boy B. So boy A, boy B are friends. Girl A, girl B were friends. Girl A, girl B share a baby daddy that's out of the picture. Gone.
Okay, yeah.
All right. So now girl A, boy A date. Girl B, boy B date. They're all connected by individual friendships.
Okay.
Girl B jumped on boy B. It's complicated, girl. Just know this.
Where do you know these people?
I can't. I'm telling the story to the world in confidence.
Because I'm like, Ivy.
Girl, I tell you, I sometimes jump into my own mini series, and that's why I stay at home and live vicariously through people like Montanna.
Not like this.
Not like no, just the fun of it all. Just the fun. Nope, just the fun. Going out to restaurants, hanging out, going to the lake, water sports, going to watch people skydive. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Because this ain't got nothing to do with Montana.
Nothing. Let me tell you something. So the issue that I pulled out of it is that when I tried to ask, what would have happened if he hit you back, knowing that you sent him to the hospital with permanent damage?
Okay.
I would have called the police. Did he call the police on you? No. So you took advantage. Has he ever hit you? No. Has he ever threatened to hit you? No. Then why would you physically assault him? I was mad. You justified.
So is her saying that she was mad, is that not taking accountability? I was mad. It's not accountability because I'm saying I was mad.
I love it. No, ma'am, it is not accountability.
What is accountability? So what were you looking for in that from her?
She has no remorse that she did it.
Is that accountability? Is remorse? Where's your definition?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Girl, I was about to say my pen on my phone out loud. All right. Accountability is the obligation of individuals or organizations to accept responsibility for their activities, honor commitments, and disclose results transparently.
Okay.
She does not accept the fact that she hurt him. She gives the reason why she did it. Mad is not a reason, Montana.
So she could say, yeah, I did it. I was mad. No.
Ma'am, that is the reason why you hit somebody. That is not. You accepted that you did it. But Montana, does that give you a reason to do it? I was mad.
No.
Well, turn yourself in. Pay this man medical bills.
Why the hell would I turn financially? Myself in? Why would I turn myself in? Just why? Who's going to do that?
Because you physically assaulted this man.
Well, he should have cleaned up. He should have done the things that should have been done. I wouldn't have gotten mad, and he wouldn't have got hit in the eye.
Okay, so let's go. So what if he say, you know what, I can't get a job. And he can't, unfortunately. I can't get a job because he can't see. Not the line of work that he's used to. He can't see out of his eye. And I don't know which eye got damaged. He can't see out of his eye.
Well, he needs to use his other senses and figure out that.
No. So would he have been justified? Would he have been justified to hit her back and cause her physical damage?
Absolutely.
Okay. That is the first.
An eye for an eye.
That is the first that I've heard, because every other woman has looked at me and said, what? Why would he be able to hit her back? She said that she hit him. She has not apologized.
I don't agree or condone. I mean, I have grandsons, so, I don't agree or condone. I even tell them, even if a girl is messing with them, to let somebody know, don't go hitting them back. However, if a little heifer was trying to take out their eye, you have the right. You have every right. A little
right to go. Go back. A right to do what?
To defend yourself.
Okay.
Somebody is trying to gouge out your eye. A shove, no. I don't think if a female, just me, okay, female shove a dude, boy, that's nothing. She can even do a hit to the shoulder.
Is it a love tap, or is it I'm going to physically assault you?
At that point, when she taps him, however the tap feels, if you feel like love or if you don't, I feel like at that point he needs to be stern and let her know.
Don't put your hands on.
Don't do that.
How many warnings should he give her?
One. Okay. Anything above the neck or below the waist, I'm going to kick your.
You gonna spin her head?
Okay.
You gonna Beetlejuice her head? Baby, let me tell you something. I raised two sons, 30 and 26. I tell this story all the time. I've always told my sons, never initiate a fight, but doggone for sure, don't let nobody beat your behind, right? I also let my son know because my older was like, "Oh no, 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 no." I heard a story. A former associate of mine, he said that he raised his son to never physically put his hand on women. He said that's the biggest regret of his life because his girlfriend was battling a mental disorder, non-medicated battling. It's battling when you do not take your meds. You know what I'm saying? She shot and killed him.
Oh, wow.
She had prior history of physically assaulting him. He would leave. She would still go follow him, chase him down, and do her worst to him. And he would tell his son, leave her, don't go back, but don't put your hands on her. We as men don't put our hands on women. He said he wished he would have told him to defend himself and his son would be here. I am on the premise of saying, son, walk away. But the moment she keeps coming at you, put her to sleep. Okay? That's just me. If you got to put her head between the washer and the dryer, the refrigerator and the stove, do something to keep her to stop, and then you call the police.
Right.
You know, make her feel the error of her decision, because we as women sometimes lack accountability, and we let our emotions, however justified we feel, get the best of us, and we make horrible decisions in that moment. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I know, because I have made horrible decisions in moments of utter anger, be it physical, verbal, emotional, financial, whatever, to try to pay somebody back. So my experience of lacking accountability comes from personal testimony as well. I'm not girl A or girl B. I'm not, just to be real clear. No. This is recent. This is a 2026 issue. So okay. I'm not girl. I ain't got no new babies. So I'm not one of the parts. So the accountability factor. Yes, she said, I was mad, but there is no remorse in her actions. There is no, hey, how can I make this better? What can I do to resolve any issues that I may have caused? It's just okay. I was mad.
So what is he gonna do about it?
He's spiraling because he can't get work, and he has other kids to take care of. So he's spiraling because, you know, he's not a get back dude. He's that gentle giant again. You know what I'm saying? So he's spiraling. He's literally emotionally and mentally spiraling right now, and I feel for him because can you imagine the anger that you gotta have to have been assaulted, and there's nothing you can pay somebody back for? You just kind of have to take it as a loss, because I don't know if people ever got, I don't know what muscle an eyeball can do when it gets dislodged out of a socket, out of surgery. So I don't know. So here's another situation. We sometimes dog and dismiss. Now, this is my opinion. I think teenagers don't have the bandwidth, right, to make sound emotional adult decisions. Mm-hmm. So let's say you get pregnant at under 20, right? Mm-hmm. I don't think you really truly have the emotional bandwidth to understand what that means, even if you are so-called mature for your age. You know what I'm saying? And to have the baby, and then over that age, when you're into adulthood and you make a bad decision with a baby daddy, mm-hmm. and you call him a FN. You know what I'm saying? You know what? The FU, right? And then you go. What'd that make you, sis? You know what I'm saying? What'd that make you? 15-year-old IV, 16-year-old giving a birth. If I say my baby daddy is a FN, you can't come back and be like, well, you made a bad baby daddy decision. I was 15. That's all I'm going to do at 15 is make a bunch of bad decisions. Now at 26, 36, 24, and I make that bad decision and call him an FN. And sis, you made a cognizant decision to say I'm going to lay with this cat. You know what I'm saying? So I think that we tend to try to always pawn our emotional instability, be it permanent or temporarily. I think that we give too much credence to being able to point the finger at everybody else and not at ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a teenager is not mentally fully developed to make a decision on should she be screwing. If she is screwing, then whatever. I can't. That's between her parents, and she may have outstanding parents. Sometimes it's peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? And why she out here doing things she's not supposed to. Whatever. That ain't for me to try to determine or decide. But somebody being a full-fledged adult and you sitting up here trying to blame your baby daddy for the isms, thisms that he or she is not doing it stops being a mistake at some age, right?
Right.
You like I would say, I don't know, Montana, I don't know when you had your oldest daughter. I had my oldest son who's 30, 16.
Yeah.
My
Right there.
son's father, can you really truly call that a reflection of who you are when you're 16?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
but I can catch strays. You can catch strays for if you have them as an adult, and this dude ain't got no job, no consistent job. If he out here on the corner hustling, dope boy, whatever y'all want to call it, if he chasing down multiple women and you not protecting yourself, you can't say, oh, I was just horny.
Yeah.
Oh, he was just cute. No. Oh, he
Yeah, that's why
me.
it's a 10-year age gap between my oldest and the next one.
That's why it's 5 between my youngest
because
and
we
my
didn't want to
oldest.
make that decision again.
Hey, babe.
Because
listen.
then who is the problem?
Who was the problem? And that's the problem. You got 3 different baby daddies, bro.
And I'm not judging that.
And I'm not
because
judging.
You know what?
Listen,
it can happen. Just not for me.
No,
but it
right.
can happen. It definitely can happen.
Listen. We're not judging, but kind of low key. Like, sis, if you're over, what's a good age where you say a woman is accountable for
After
her
that
decision?
first baby.
After that first baby.
And I was a 17-year-old mom.
Oh, you were? Okay.
So for me, after I had baby, the light clicked on real quick. And that's why I said never again. I'm not doing this again. Not like this.
Again.
I'm not going to do it like this.
If you got stair-stepping back, I know somebody personally, bro. This chick got 8 babies and 16 baby daddies. Listen, let me tell you something. And she keeps doing it. And then we are the bad guy when we say, like, how do you...
You know what, though? Let me tell you, because...
Her reason is she liked the way new babies smell. That's why she have so many baby daddies.
Okay.
And they not worth her time. So she collect babies like infinity stones.
Okay. Well, there are people who really, like, I've heard this from women and I've heard it from men too, that they are not bothered by, push that down, the top part. They are not bothered by how many baby mamas or how many baby daddies. Some people, that doesn't bother them. They don't care. Huh?
Is that a mental or a lack of accountability?
See, I feel like that's just somebody who's wired different than me. No, for real.
Because you're different than me too.
No,
what?
seriously, because there are some women who really don't like, so and what? That I got 4 kids and 4 baby daddies. So and what?
What you gonna do about it? I take care of my kids. No, boo. Your rent costs $16. I can assure you, my check.
Well, not
tax,
everybody.
Not
because
everybody.
there are
Some
some.
girls are out
I
there
do
getting
have a friend or two with multiple kids and baby daddies, and they single and they doing
They
it.
doing it. Yeah.
So
And
I'm
that's
not.
why I said
That's what I'm saying.
not everybody. That's why if this
And
doesn't
some
apply
people
to
don't
you,
have no
kick the bucket
problem
over
with
and
that.
keep going.
I talked to a girl. I'm not gonna call her out, but I had a guest for a podcast, and she basically said she is a lover. So with that being said, she's not going to stifle, herself based on whatever happened in the last relationship. That's what happened with him. You're different.
You know that dog that be like, that's how I feel right now. I don't care how much love. That is you don't first. I'm not gonna say I don't know sis, and I don't know her full story, but there is not that much love in the world for me to be like, oh, you got 8 baby mamas. Ah, bruh, what's up?
But oddly enough, the situations they didn't have
Is she
kids.
married?
No, she was married to one of them. One of the 3 she was married to, but none of the 3. I want to say she was the first baby mama from all of them. So it wasn't like she came into a situation where, because you know what, with me, honestly, the only way I could see myself, being a part of something like that, and I was the girl, let me just tell you, I didn't even date dudes with kids.
And that was smart.
But if I had have dated dudes with kids and they became my baby daddy, that is because I saw how he co-parented and I was in agreement with it.
And you be willing to be a baby
And
mama.
I would be willing to, because I saw how he was with the other ones and I said, okay, that works. I could do that. However, never. I never did that. So, but I'm just saying,
never, immediately, never.
Yeah,
never.
but I'm just saying,
okay, she's
if
not
I
a baby
did,
mama. Let me tell you, she's a wife.
If I did, I'm saying it would be because I would have saw that he was the perfect co-parent, and I would have been okay with it.
No.
But
I
no.
can't. I because I am a baby mama, and I'm not ashamed to say that. And I have been married, great guy, Tory. And I can honestly say that if I had to take this trip again, I don't have any regrets. That's a joke between me and my oldest son. I have no regrets. And it's the one thing that if I could spin the block over and take accountability for that would be to say, like 7-Eleven, it would not be open all day and all night, closed. Okay, chastity belt ordered off of Amazon Prime, baby, put on, custom ordered. Okay, and that's the accountability I take. That having my kids not by the same guy, and having to emotionally deal with some of the distance that my sons have had to experience from their dads. But I don't care for the co-parenting. And I guess I am on the thing, once you learn, it's okay to go back and teach, right? It's the absence of learning that makes you incapable of teaching. I don't think that it's all the way fair to constantly encourage women or men, boys or girls, to live their best life that is absence of accountability and a moral compass, right? I don't think it's fair that we teach our children to go and accept baby mama, baby daddy status, right? I don't think it's fair for us to teach our children that sports is the way, solely sports is the way. I don't think it's fair that we teach them that trapping or being a dope boy. I don't think it's fair for us to solely teach them hot girl summers or passport bros. You know what I'm saying? We lack building foundational stability for our children, and even for some of the people who can be receptive for it. Okay. I just think that we lack accountability in some areas. Some people, not everybody, right, lack that accountability to help us grow as a community, right? Because we sometimes always push it off on they did this. Let's go back to Carmelo Anthony. Why, in your black mind, would you think it's okay for a black boy who killed a white boy in the South, in the state of Texas of all places, that you allow your what I'm saying, your client or your perspective to go with a white attorney who did not do his job? Where's the accountability in that? Were you looking for a possible mistrial? Were you looking for, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can go into this, but Montana, if you were a defense attorney or a community leader, who would be the first people? What race of people would you want to have for that young man?
I mean, obviously, you want a jury of his peers. So you would want that.
Would you go with a black attorney or a white attorney?
I'm looking at records. So I don't know what the record of the guy that they went with. I don't know. Black, white. I'm looking for who winning. Who can win? Okay? That's what I'm going with. And maybe because there were pictures that these attorneys were cool with this judge.
Yes.
Maybe they thought that this was, again, 35 or 30 years or whatever it was. I don't think that was just. However, let me also ask you, do you think he lacked accountability for what he did?
You talking about the defendant?
Yes.
Carmela. I think that while he had a solid case for self-defense.
Do you think it was solid for self-defense?
Hold on. I wasn't
Okay.
finished.
Okay.
I believe that at some point, I think that it's almost like, I'm going to give an example, and it's not a far-fetched example. It's like a mouse that travels inside of a room full of cats and expect not to be towed up. You walked under this tent, regardless of how tired you are. If you had any previous run-in or any sort of discourse, avoidance is the key. You know what I'm saying? So setting that tone to know, right? And when you saw immediate hostility or looks to the side, because you and I know that once somebody side out us, what we doing? We out of there. We you know what I'm saying? And he could just not have been aware, situationally aware. I don't know. His parents kind of kept him out of black spaces. So his situational awareness, and that may be in his comfort to hang around people that he grew up around and assimilated to, right? So we can go back as far as coulda, woulda, shoulda, dulda, right? But the case in point is what in your black brain, and yes, record is important, but you can't tell me there's not a black attorney nowhere in the state of Texas that would have given a solid fight or had a winning record or a comparable record to the man that was selected. You know what I'm saying? The accountability of all of that is that it was a lack of understanding of the outcome, all the potential outcome. Now, can the photos be used? Possibly, to show bias on the judge's part. And that can run to an appeal. And this may be something that have to go up in the pipeline. Who knows? But the issue again, and it could be, oh, dude was looking for an opportunity to be like, it's my time to shine, because once he get his sentence, boy, I'm going to put on for the city. Who knows? But the accountability, it can go all the way back to the parents even moving him out of a community, a collective community. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. But the accountability that overall that I'm trying to get people to understand is, okay, you can say, dang, I messed up. Okay, but there has to be action behind accountability, right? When I was walking into this show late, like I was doggone Beyonce, and Montana was Michelle, I said, Montana, I'm so sorry. And I said, here, let me pay you a late fee for coming. You know what I'm saying? I put action behind. Now, as my friend, she was like, I don't want your little funky money. I said, girl, well, let me take you out for dinner, for lunch and a drink. I put action. To me, accountability is not saying, yeah, I did it. Accountability is also action behind that factor. If you are, that's why my son is 26 to this day. There's no more babies behind him. You know, because I made myself very self-aware that I got two with no husband. Bro, it won't be a third. I don't care if somebody left that baby on my doorstep. It won't be a third, you know? I tell my son and every little girl, because they see Nicholas and they think, oh my God, he's so great with his daughter. He always have his daughter. He's so amazing. He's so this great dad, yada, yada, yada. I would love to have a baby by him, right? And every little girl that he allows me to talk to, I tell them this: you be a damn fool to let that man turn you into a baby wife before he turn you into a wife, a baby mama before he turns you into a wife. And I stand on that. You will be a damn fool to let a man turn you into a baby mama before he turns you into his wife, regardless of he's good with his other kids or not. We have to be accountable, because at the end of the day, if it's not SA, you know what I'm saying, then we have that control to cross them legs and say no. You can't keep letting these dudes shoot up the club. How many books have we read where the dudes shooting up the club? Now, these are millionaire, billionaire dudes, so they be like, yeah, I got a baby. You know, but come on. Shooting up the club just because he good with some kids? Girl, them could be his nieces and nephews he plexing just to try to get you. Cut it out, especially if you got one kid. And it's damn for sure shouldn't be if you got more than one kid that you out here letting a dude shooting up the box, warming up your box with him, and turning you to another baby mama because he good with somebody else's kids. And it damn for sure shouldn't be that you should be able to physically assault somebody because they made you mad. Like, where do we take ownership with action? Ownership with action is important. We can't keep going around and putting up these fake boundaries and say I'm overstimulated. And what's some of the other trending words? Oh, he's a narcissist. You know, no, women are far and by wide, in my opinion, narcissistic. We love ourselves some us. We love our ideologies. We love our think tanks. You know, by the books that we read, these broads be like straight up like all about me. You know, the girls who be like, I understand he a billionaire, girl, but I'm not gonna spend none of his money. And he gave you a titanium black card that sounds like a car crashing against a table, and I'm not gonna spend none of his money, girl. And then, oh, you get to spend the money, but you at Target. Oh no, you ain't even at Target, girl. You at Ross. These are fictional situations, of course, but you know that hyper what is it called, the hyper independence that we have, so we can seem like we're just Mother Teresa in our own lives and to our friends, you know what I'm saying? And this fake sense of self-worth that we sometimes have while we're crying in our pillows, because we really truly want somebody to curl up under that's going to help us and relieve these loads. And that, you know, girl, I be watching other people's podcasts and I be looking like that he can't. Why is he eating ice cream like that, girl? Because it's good. There was a recent video I saw where this girl was taking video of 4 men sitting outside talking about, ugh, I ain't never seen a grown man eat a popsicle. Why are they eating popsicles, girl? If you don't let them people look. You seen that video?
I haven't seen it.
If I find it again.
But you know, we are kind of like, honestly, I blame it on Meta. Paying for content.
Yes.
Because people have opinions about everything. You know, people will commentate and have opinions about things they should not have opinions about. And the thing about it is, we're not able to see what you do in the corner in the dark when nobody's watching.
When you take that 50-second clip while you tearing somebody down.
But, you know, people like to do that. So everybody has an opinion about everything.
And that's what made me so frustrated with the unnecessary opinions. And look at him, look at her, ugh, girl. And it's like, let me stay in the house.
And that is, I mean, I'm glad that I'm a person who really doesn't care what people think about me.
And she doesn't.
So for me, so just back to your accountability. Me personally, I don't know if this is accountability, but I feel like I'm an honest person. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to, you could just kind of lift it up. You just lift it.
Oh.
Yeah, you might just, yeah, there you go. I'm a pretty honest person, and to a fault. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me a question, because
Be ready.
I am the definition of who the hell are you for me to lie to. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like
a fight come with it if you decide to get
like
jump
who are
froggy.
you for me to lie to? So for accountability for me, you know, it is easy for someone on the outside looking in saying, hey, well, you know, are you, you know, being accountable? Are you being this? Are you being that? You know, but I think that is, you know, that self-work everybody needs to do.
I believe so.
Within themselves. Because who is someone to say? I'm with you on the accountability, but I'm like, who are you to say if that I'm not being accountable for whatever?
Do you
whatever.
agree accountability with action versus just saying, yeah,
With action for the person that I accounted on.
Exactly. That's what
Okay.
accountability with action for.
But it's
the
like
person
people
and for yourself.
And I'm not even saying this ain't on you personally, but I'm like, people would expect for that they gotta see your damn accountability.
Oh, no.
You don't have to
Oh,
see
no.
my accountability.
Not at all.
My
if you did something
accountability-
against me, I need to see
You
your
need to
accountability
see
with
it.
action.
You need to see it.
1,000%. But accountability with action ain't for the world to see.
It's not.
If you are, let's go back to the multiple, and this goes to the guys with multiple baby mamas. You know what I'm saying? Why? Let's accountability is you don't go out there and get another girl pregnant. You know what I'm saying?
And that's
then
not what you want. Maybe that's what he wanted.
Okay, then be honest that you got 1,100 kids and you don't plan on giving no time to nobody. Look at Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon is in full regret that he got 762 kids.
Is he in regret?
No, he said it. He said he hates that he had all of these kids.
He did not say
I
that.
promise you
Ivy.
he did. I'll find it and
There
I'll post
is
the
not
clip.
a record of
He
that
said-
man saying he
said
hates that he have
don't-
all these kids.
He said that he does. He regrets that he had all of these kids. Yes, not regret in the sense of I hate my kids, but that he would have made a better decision on having all of these
Nicholas,
kids.
you should have did that after baby. How many?
After
the twins.
After the twins, shut it
Okay,
down, my boy.
So okay, if that was the case,
But he still has accountability to that. That there's nothing. What
that
he gonna
he
do?
takes
Suck him
care
back
of
up?
his kids.
Because he
what I'm
doesn't have
saying.
enough time to spend with all his kids like he needs to, and some of his baby mamas are jumping from the Nick Cannon is a great.
There's
guy
nothing
ship.
he can do about
He
that.
can't go and suck them back up. There's no vacuum.
That's
to
what
be
I'm
like,
saying.
Get back
There's
in there,
nothing.
boy.
The accountability is they're here. I'm gonna take care of them.
That's it. And that's
I'm
between
daddy,
all
and that's that.
762 of
You know
that.
what I'm saying? But it's like you're not. You know, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was like, man, I could be Nick Cannon, baby mama.
Girl,
He
lies
takes
you
good care
tell.
of them. Good care of them all.
But
There are some women who want the baby and not all the
50
everything
Cent,
else.
remember 50 Cent used to say, "Have a baby by me, become a millionaire."
Well, that's not true, but
No, 'cause
even
I
then,
think
okay,
he's,
because
like,
that's why
super
Daphne
stingy.
was doing what she was doing, because she wasn't a millionaire.
This is first baby mama.
Second baby mama, who was in the Diddy Bop.
What baby she got?
50 has two sons. He has a grown son and
Right.
he has a young son.
Zaire.
Yes, the mother of that son is Daphne Joy, who is what they call her, plaintiff number 3. What do they call them when they trying to?
Oh, give their side of the story.
No, when they're trying to hide their identity.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, victim number 3 or
Could be.
whatever.
Let's call her a victim. Well, actually, no.
Well,
She was a willing participant.
Yeah, 50 said she was no victim. According to 50, he said she was no
and
victim.
I believe it. She's no victim, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, but again, I'm saying a baby by him, you're not going to be a millionaire. That's why Daphne
He
was
used to
doing what
brag
she
on
doing.
Zaire all the time.
Oh, until he found out
that she was in
that she was a
50 I mean-
prostitute for Diddy. Diddy was breaking her off big bank. But I feel like, see, for me,
Meanwhile,
accountability, to me on that, and I'm not, again, because I'm not, we ain't talking about that.
We ain't talking
But
about that,
we
'cause we
talking
go down
about
the rabbit hole on that
accountability.
one.
Yeah, we talking about accountability. Now, this is just me.
Uh-huh.
He tries to, dog his baby mama out. But if you ask Montanna, She would not have been in that position had you, as a dad,
Done what you were supposed
done
to.
better than what
Exactly.
you did, because you didn't do anything.
So-
Diddy was giving this woman 3 times more than 50 ever gave her for child support. He was giving her 3 times that every month, and paying bills and doing the most.
Is 50 obligated? Nope. Let's get jump. That ain't our business, because that's
Accountability. Accountability.
Accountability. He's not obligated to pay her bills.
I'm not saying that he was obligated to pay her bills, but
Was
according
he
to his
giving her enough
income,
money to take care of his son and the things that his son exclusively
maybe
needed?
because what she was getting in child support was like $5,000 a month.
That is more than enough to take care of your son.
Well, yeah, for me and you, it would definitely be more than enough.
She's not a celebrity.
Well, her son is, and so you're telling me. I was listening to Cardi B break it down all the expenses
By
for her
proxy of
kids.
50.
Well, that's still. I mean,
No, I
so
get
for
what you're
real,
saying.
because
He's a
like even
celebrity
one of the
by
baby,
proxy of 50.
yeah, because I've even heard this from other like celebrity women about, you got somebody like 50. He is a high profile celebrity. So you think our son can just walk around these Dallas streets with no security? And everybody
you're
knows
saying.
who he is?
I get what you're saying.
Security alone, how much is that going to cost for
Totally get what you're saying.
for this? So I was looking at how Cardi B broke down, because she was talking about how Offset doesn't take accountability and he's not
Right,
helping
but remember,
her.
this ain't about the men, and Cardi has to take accountability in this too. God dang it, girl.
But I'm talking about the money part, because we were talking about the
Yeah.
money, and I'm saying that our regular, because we're regular degglers, we're
Regular
not even
5,000 is good.
100,000aires. We're thousandaires.
Okay.
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 We're thousandaire. We're hundredaires.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me
so
tell you.
what we need for
We're
our
paycheck
kids.
heirs.
Yeah. What we need for our kids, we got it.
Got it.
$5,000, that will do it. That
Girl,
is all I
you got a
need.
small, that's daycare alone.
That is, do you hear me?
Okay.
So then take a celebrity kid,
And you do gotta multiply it. You're absolutely
and keep in
right.
mind, they're not, our summer, my kids at home from the summer, they at the crib. Your summertime,
You in
your
Belize, baby.
activities.
You're
Well,
good.
I'm not even looking at the luxury of it. They are in a lot of activities. I look at Sierra and Future's son.
Yes, Russell Wilson's older
Russell
son.
Wilson's son. Okay, that little boy's in a lot of
A lot of
activities.
stuff. My God, he's football.
Basketball, soccer. He does he's playing in every sport.
Right, and they got a daughter. No, I'm thinking about the wrong subject. One of these kids is in
So you
track.
think about the sports that they may be in, and then
it's
not
expensive.
not to mention, piano lessons or this lessons and these lessons,
Oh, I'm agreeing with you 1,000%. that
tutorers.
But if she didn't lay out the cost, right?
So
then
that 5,000, that is all for Sear or whatever
that's
his name.
Nothing. Yeah, that's all for him.
That's
and
all for him.
Whatever 50 got
So
for him
then
when
that's
he get
why
older.
she said, hey, she told Diddy, I don't need a daddy. I don't need a baby daddy. My baby got a baby daddy. I need a daddy for me. And that's what he did.
He daughtered her up, didn't he?
He did.
Baby,
She
let me
had,
tell you.
she had to pay a hefty price for it.
Baby. Oh,
But,
Diddy in the corner like. Okay, watching her get tore out the frame like he did with Cassidy. But yeah, so accountability, in my opinion, requires action behind it. And like Montanna said, and I agree, it's not action for everybody to take notice of and see. There should be no accountability with a chest bump like, hey, look at me, y'all. I'm out here making moves. No, because then you're not doing it for the right reasons. Accountability is personal to you and to what you're doing. We gave several scenarios on, having multiple baby, parents for your children, right? We gave scenarios of a relationship, and I just believe that some, not all, again, some, if this doesn't fit you, then please keep it moving, that some women lack the accountability. Just saying you did it and giving a reason why is the first step. Action is the next step, right? And it takes a lot to be consistent in your accountability. And accountability also should include foresight. It should include, you know what? if I go down that road, this could possibly happen to me, or this will happen to me. There's too many scenarios for us to unlock that. You can't point the finger at, well, they should not have done it. We're talking about what you can control in your space for yourself, your safety, your wellness, your emotional health, even your financial stability, whatever. We're talking about how you can control yourself and what happens in your life and the outcomes that will take place for you as an individual. And that takes some time to have, all the time, in my opinion, to have foresight, to know that a decision will lead to Y result, and you're not ready to be down that pipeline. You know what I'm saying? It's like going to college knowing that you didn't win a scholarship and knowing that you're going to end up in $250,000 debt, and you're going to be a teacher, or a principal. You got to weigh the costs, and that's a biblical scripture. You got to count the costs, right? And that's where accountability come in. No one should go into war without knowing how much it's going to cost, or if they will even win the war. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why the show was today, because I've talked to several women this week alone, and not one person had the foresight to be accountable in their action. Going back to the story that we shared earlier today about girl A, girl B, I told her, if you see a snake, would you run? Yes. If the snake was poisonous, would you run? Yes. If the snake wasn't poisonous, would you run? She was like, it's a snake, I'm going to run. I said, and there you have it. If the girl stabbed you in the back the first time, and you have a new boyfriend who's taking care of his child, what you think she might try to do? Especially after she done dogged her mans out, and she dogged you out. Why are you trying to be her friend? You know what I'm saying? So that's the foresight and accountability, and the accountability is, we can't keep being stupid. And sometimes stupid is the word you have to use, right?
Right.
So that is the show today. You know what I'm saying? Montanna, you got any final words for the folks on our topic, accountability? And by y'all, let me tell y'all how cute Montanna looks today, baby. Green is her favorite color. Green is my favorite color. And she look amazing, honey. Her nails, her Jordans.
I wish I could see my face.
Girl, listen, y'all don't know. I tell people all the time, Montanna is my whimsical friend. I've never had a whimsical friend. And Montanna is that. And it is so fun. Sometimes. Listen,
I don't know why when you say that, it sounds like shade.
It's
when
not
you say
shade,
that. It does sound
Montana
shady.
will bust out in a tutu.
Y'all comment if you think it sounded shady.
I've never had a whimsical friend before, and it's like watching a unicorn, and you just be like, because I like, it's just fun. I don't think y'all listen. We'll tell stories as the show continues to progress. We'll tell stories of some of the funny and fun things she's done that just left my mouth. I consider myself a funny person. I'm far from whimsical. I'm very practical and very calculated, whereas she is just like pure vibes. Okay, pure vibes. And I've never been around somebody who was just strictly vibes.
Wow.
And she pull you into her orbit, and it's fun for me because I'm so counter to all of that. And she will
Cool.
tell you,
Cool.
Jesus, it's cool. My oldest son would say that too, because he's been around her, and he was like, nah, you just give Erica Badu vibes. When she just pull you into her atmosphere, and next thing you know, you wearing god dang on me high waters and tutus.
Okay, y'all. Okay. No, I don't have it. The only thing that, like I said, I just want to reiterate, do it for you. Okay. You don't need an audience.
No. An audience is not needed.
Be true to yourself. And always remember, happy women don't hate, and hating women ain't happy. That's what I would like to say.
I love that. You need to make that a shirt before somebody pull that down. Yeah. Happy, what is it again?
Happy women don't hate, and hating women ain't happy.
Hello. Now, judging women is fun as long as you have your glasses pulled down to your nose when you judge. I don't know. I just made that up. All right, y'all. So I will see y'all in 2 weeks for another edition of Beyond the Niche, my show where I just vent. And you want to be a guest, let us know in the comments. There's no charge. And if you got a product, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Send it to me. You can send it to the Afterparty, I'm assuming, and somebody will review it. But if you want me to review it, cool. You know my history on being in media. You know that's what I do best, is pump my people up. So, come through. Come hang out with me. Let's have a conversation. Heck yeah, send them some and some books for the booked. God dang, book club, y'all. We in this thing. We have our discussions. Next discussion is going to be over Sky Full of Elephants. If you want to join in with us, by Sibo. It is not. I was going to say Sibo Green. We'll figure it out. Join us on Book and let us know what you think about the podcast Beyond the Niche. See y'all next time.